Hello everybody, welcome back to Minifigure Monday. I don't think I'm going to be numbering these videos, I'm just going to call them Minifig Monday, but this is a very special figure, and this is one of my favorites. This was actually a request by another LEGO YouTuber called RoboticBrickStudios. I think I'm going to link his channel in the comment section. He requested Zuckus out of all of my characters that I have, and what a figure. And this is a very, very detailed figure and a very collectible character. And well, let's get started here. He comes from one LEGO set. He's exclusive to one large set. And that is Slave 1 20th Anniversary Edition. So the 2019 edition of it. So like the playset version of it. And it's set number 75243. And what can I say? Zuckus is just incredibly well done. If you want to know, there is, he was kind of missing from LEGO Star Wars for a very long time. There's some other figures that come with the set as well. I'm going to bring in a brief cameo from Forlom here. He comes from two sets, the Bounty Hunter Battle Pack, as well as the same Slave 1. So you can get Forlom, this is his partner. So if you're wondering. And here is Boba Fett. This is the Empire Strikes Back version of him. And he comes in the Slave 1 as well. So, if you want 3 bounty hunters, Slave 1 is a great set for you. And if you're wondering what the other bounty hunters are, basically, Zuckus is one of the 6 famous bounty hunters that was seen in the Empire Strikes Back. You probably remember the scene. Let me show you. Here's Bosk, the Trandoshan reptilian. There's Bosk. There's a cameo from him. Here's IG-88 here on the right. And a very awesome assassin droid. And lastly, we got Dengar, a Corellian smuggler. There he is, right there. And, Zuckus is the only way to get him, really, is to get the Slave 1. You can either get him from the set, or you can go on Bricklink and get him. But I warn you, Zuckus is extremely expensive because he only comes in this one set. So if you want to get him, you better just get the set because it's a better deal. Because on Bricklink he goes for like $30 to $90. All of his parts are exclusive, so yeah, you probably should get the set. But let's talk about Zuckus. He's very interesting because he is not a human, he is an alien. And, sorry for that noise, that's just a little turntable thing. His gun, the gun is very simple. It's very simple to Boba Fett's gun, or very similar to it. Let me show you Boba. The gun that Boba Fett has, it's very similar. It's just a little bit different, but it's the same gun piece, just in black. So you can kind of see the similarities there. But it's very cool. It represents his snare rifle. It's in a light gray color. You got the little binoculars on the end, which looks nice. And that's basically his accessory. It doesn't come with anything else. But the rest of the things that LEGO made for him are just so good. Like, he does have a dress piece. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the most unique part of Zuckus is, well, one of the many unique things is his color scheme, where you'll notice that Bosk has a very light yellow, and Dengar is mostly black and brown, or no, dark brown and white, and IG-88 is the solid gray, or dark gray, and Forlom is the gunmetal gray. And obviously Boba Fett has all the green and blue and, you know, all the different colors, but Zuckus's colors are very interesting. They're like old-fashioned, where he's got the dark brown, he's got the dark nougat, and he's got some rusted dirt on him. That's pretty much his color scheme. He's got some shiny eyes. But he is an alien. His species is called a Gand. And they talk in third person, where, you know, Zuckus, when he speaks to you, he'll say his name, and then he says whatever he's saying. So it's very unique. And Zuckus, we've been missing him for forever. Ever since LEGO Star Wars first started. I believe in the Slave 1, the 2010 Slave 1, Bosk was introduced, and then they put the rest of the bounty hunters in the Super Star Destroyer. And then they made Forlom in 2017 with the Battle Pack. And now we finally have Zuckuss, which is the last bounty hunter of all of them. So you got Boba Fett, you got Dengar, IG-88, Forlom, and Bosk. And then now Zuckuss. Wait, let me see. You got Boba Fett, IG-88, Forlom, Bosk, and Dengar. And now you have Zuckuss. So that's all of the 6 bounty hunters, right? That's all of the characters. And if you have Darth Vader, it's even better. But yeah, this is Zuckuss. He is a very detailed, very, very detailed. You'll notice that his head, there's no head under his helmet, or he looks like he's wearing a helmet, but it's really just one piece. So if I take his headpiece off, it's just this one head mold. So Lego they put a lot of money into this one head piece. So you can see there's no head under here. It's just the head mold itself. So it's very similar to Forlom's, where, well, sorry. It's very similar to Forlom's, where he has just a single head piece, not a head under there. So it kind of makes sense. It's very similar looking to Forlom because they work together. But that's the head piece. I guess a con of Zuckuss is that he cannot really turn his head. Like all the other bounty hunters, Boba Fett, IG-88, they can all turn their head, but Zuckuss cannot. It's because he has these little tiny mandibles on the front of him, like it covers his head, so you can't turn it. Oh well. But you can see it's very detailed, the back of it, and I'll talk about some of the printing. His printing is very, kind of battle-worn. Like, it's very similar to Boba, where he has a lot of battle scars. But, and Forlom has this too, where he's very rusted and worn out and all, very old. But Zuckuss's robes, he's basically he's wearing like a Feinsman Tracker's robes. And you can see it here on the front of his torso. He has like, almost like tentacles protruding from his head. And he is wearing a mask. And you can see the headpiece lines up with the tentacle piece, and it kind of creates this whole look where he has tentacles, not tentacles, but like air hoses coming out of his mask. So that's what that is. You can see his uniform is very dirty, very rusted, very, very, it's got lots of grime and dirt all over it, which looks very nice. And if you're wondering why the back of him is all sloped like a dress, that's intentional, because Zuckuss wears robes. He's only one of the bounty hunters who wears robes. The other characters don't. But I'll bring in Wild Style really quickly, just to kind of show you the piece. Lego used to have a dress piece like this, but it was just like a brick piece. It wasn't like an actual, slope like this is. But this is how Lego dresses used to be. You can see there's no printing on the back because this was Wild Style. This is how they did her. But a more recent figure, Jafar, he has the dress piece that Zuckuss has, except it's not printed, it's just black. But that's the new piece. I believe this is a 2019 piece, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the 2019 piece. And it's just basically a little dress that goes down into into the back. It's supposed to represent dress pieces or like robes or, just gowns of some kind. But that's Jafar. I just wanted to show that because he has the same piece. Those are the only 2 figures I have with the dress piece for now. But yeah, he doesn't have any legs, so he can't really sit down unless you make him have legs. But I think this is way better. And because Zuckuss has the dress piece, there's studs on the bottom, so if you want to clip him to a Lego piece, you can. But the back of him is very detailed. You can see the back of his head almost looks like a brain of some kind. And you can see the tubes there. And he has a bit of mechanical detail on the back of him, with very shiny detail there on his back. And he does have printing on the back of that dress piece, which is very nice. And they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to put detail on the back of Zuckuss because you never see his back. You never see the bounty hunters from the back in The Empire Strikes Back because they're just standing there. That's all they do. They just stand there. But hey, I'll take it. This is definitely the best Zuckuss figure. And it's just so good. You got lots of mechanical details on the front of his mask. representing his, breathing apparatus and his eyes, and it just looks fantastic. And especially with Forlom, you bring in Forlom, and then it really looks good. But, yeah, they look very similar because they're partners, obviously. They work together in the Bounty Hunters Guild. But that is Forlom again. You can get him in the same set. You can get Mr. Boba Fett in the same set as well. So if you're wondering, you can get those other figures in the Slave One. I would definitely recommend getting the Slave One set, not getting Zuckus alone, because he is so expensive, because he's obviously exclusive to the set. And I hope that never changes, because I love... One of the main reasons I wanted the Slave One was to get Zuckus in the first place, because I wanted him. I wanted to complete my bounty hunters, and now I have a complete set. But it's just great to have him, as a physical character. We never have Zuckus. We never had him or Forlom, 5 or 6 years ago, and now we do. So it's kind of a blessing almost, especially for me, because I'm a bounty hunter collector. I like to collect the bounty hunters. That's kind of my shtick, if you will. But that's Zuckus. If you want to know what the top of him looks like, it's just a little hole. Nothing special, but, some little details there. But obviously LEGO paid attention to The Empire Strikes Back. They obviously know the bounty hunters, and they finally gave us the last one, which we needed, which is very, very kind. They didn't need to include him in the Slave One, but hey, they did, and it's the rest is history, I guess. I guess a con is that Zuckus can't really sit down. It's kind of a little bit of an issue, but, like, who cares? It's just a little thing. He's going to be standing with the other bounty hunters anyway. Doesn't really matter. And he can't turn his head, but oh well. It doesn't really matter that much, but it might matter to some people, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I think it's just fantastic. I give this figure a 10 out of 10. It is perfect. Couldn't have come at a better time. And an excellent addition to the Bounty Hunter lineup, especially because he is so iconic, especially from Empire Strikes Back, obviously. I was pretty much his only appearance in the movies, at least. But that's pretty much it for Zuckus. He's got a great color scheme, fantastic detailing all around. He's completely detailed, and they didn't need to do all this detail, but I'm glad they did. Definitely did their research, and I am definitely impressed and satisfied with Zuckus here. And I hope they do more bounty hunters like this in the future. I hope they can, print them this as good as they have here. And it just shows the devotion that LEGO shows to their characters. They just really go all out. But that's Zuckus for you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I went over everything, and I hope it wasn't too long. But yeah, shout out to RoboticBrickStudios for this video. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing this. So yeah, you wanted to see Zuckus? There you go. And if you want to see a video on Forlom, I can do that as well. But yeah, you can get him in the Slave One. Definitely one of the best minifigures to come out of 2019, but probably the best one in my opinion. But that's Zuckus. Hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know what next minifigure you want to see for Minifig Monday. Be it another bounty hunter, be it a Lego Movie 2 character or whatever. Just let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And stay tuned for the next videos coming. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.